What's up, everyone? It's Yolazippo, and I'm so excited to be talking to you about this, and we're so excited to be finally doing this podcast. We've been wanting to do this for a while. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, sir? You're I think you're muted. Are you? I can't hear you. Hello? Okay. We're having some technical difficulties, but
Hey guys, I'm William. I've been podcasting for 4 years. I'm a freelance podcaster. I am an influencer on TikTok, and I'm just an overall real cool guy.
hey, what's up? Name's Yolazippo, and I'm excited to be coming on this journey with William, and I think this is going to be a great podcast, and I don't have much history here with podcasting or what, but I've got 20 followers on Twitch, so
You got to start somewhere.
I got to start somewhere, and yeah, I've got over 200 boards on Pinterest, and so
We'd like to see that.
I'm ready for the podcast grind.
No,
So
bro,
let's
you're
get
exactly
into it.
on the right track. I mean, look, I started off making funny tweets, right? And
I
then from
remember. I
there,
remember those. Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah. And then
yeah,
from there, it was like tweets, podcast, natural progress.
yeah.
Like you'll get there. Like
I
it's
appreciate it.
no, for sure. And but what I think though is that this episode is going to really well. We've planned on doing a few episodes over the span of a few weeks. But I
Of
think
course.
I think with this you're going to blow up. Like it's going to get so big, you're not going to know what to do with yourself. You're going to be like, I have all this cash. What do I do with it?
I don't have enough pockets. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
You're gonna have to get a designer to make you pockets or make you pants with like 20 pockets.
Hell yeah, hell
So
yeah. I'll pick them up. You and I will both take the plane.
yeah,
We'll go to Indonesia. We'll pick up the kid,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
We'll
yeah.
bring him back, and we'll be like, "All right, short round, you're making pants for us now because we need pockets." You know what I mean? For all
Exactly,
this cash
exactly.
money we're getting.
My guy Steve can do that for us. Like he can be the guy to help out for that. So just so you know,
Steve. Okay.
he's got ties in Indonesia for sure.
I was gonna say, is he Indo?
No, Steve. No, no, no. He's not. But he goes over there pretty often.
Cool.
So what I have today is something that I've been wanting to discuss for quite a long time. Um, but no one's really wanted to like let's just say this. There's a lot of people in the podcast world who say a lot of things and they'll make a lot of empty promises and the one won't be like I've got your back, and then the next they won't have your back. You know,
Yeah.
that's some real shit, and that's something that I've had to come to accept.
Yeah, me too.
So I've got a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a long time. I already said that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're here because I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. What I want
Thanks.
to talk about
I'm really happy to be here. I'm so excited for this journey. You have no idea.
no, this is great. So, big topic that no one's really talking about except for myself. So, hold on.
Mhm.
So, I don't know if you've noticed, but I go downtown pretty often. I'm on Main Street. I'm on Second. I'm on Fifth. I'm all
You're
over
there.
town. I'm all
Yeah,
over town.
you're downtown for sure.
When I'm not podcasting, I'm downtown. What I've been seeing lately has, to put it lightly, shaken me to the core.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed, but Indian men I only see in groups.
In groups. Yes. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Someone, oh my God, someone finally said it.
Bro.
Holy shit. I thought I was the only one.
And okay, this fate has brought us together.
This is
Oh my
perfect. This is
god. I
perfect.
knew it. I knew it. Are you
Well,
are
like,
you
is it packed?
Sagittarius?
Oh, I am actually. Yeah, yeah. I was. Yeah, absolutely. Born in March,
Yeah.
and yeah, March 22nd. Actually, yeah. So
Fuck
I'm a
yeah.
cusp.
Yes.
I'm a
Yes.
Sagittarius cusp.
Yeah.
So
Fuck. That's awesome. That's
yeah,
awesome. I
yeah.
knew
So
it.
I'm big into astrology, and one thing that like I've been working on like my horoscope and like figuring out like all that type of stuff. And one
Mhm.
thing, it actually did say I was like fated. It said, Sagittarius, here's what I have for you today, and it was like you're going to connect with someone on a deeper level
Mhm.
than someone else who's maybe not. And are you Sag?
No. No.
Oh,
No.
oh, okay. Well, yeah, whatever.
But I mean,
Yeah,
hold on.
yeah. Check.
I thought it was a Leo. Oh no, you're
Oh,
fucking right. I am a Sagittarius.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I what you were talking about with the groups, like I it must have been like the Sagittarius intuition that I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah.
I knew there was a reason I needed to
Yeah.
be here,
Yeah.
but like is it like a pact mentality? Like a pack mentality? Like do they work as like wolves? Or or like a flock, like birds? The only thing I can think of is to like compare them with animals. I don't know how to
Yeah, no, you're kind of on the right path. I've been looking into like yeah, like pack mentality with like wolves, for
yeah,
instance. Eat like yeah, no, even birds,
yeah.
crows,
Flamingos.
flamingos. No, you're true. Flamingos actually
Yeah.
do they do this thing
Mhm.
called it's called flamenking.
Flamenking.
And
Okay, I don't think I've heard that one. What is that one?
so it's so they all get into like a group, like kind of like a cuddle puddle.
Okay, yeah, they are in water quite a bit. That makes sense.
Correct. And so what they do is they get into a sort of a cuddle puddle and huddle together,
Uh-huh.
and then they start shitting. They just start they just start shitting. And so they're kind of covering this poop secretion. And
Yeah.
what it actually does is doctors, or sorry, scientists have recently found is that when they do that, it's like they're bonding. They're
Mhm.
bonding, and then
That makes sense.
the poop acts as like a protective coating layer
Yeah.
for their feathers, because their feathers are very brittle, and
Yeah,
it's unfortunate because there's a lot of flamingo deaths every year due to that.
it is. It
So
is
this poop
unfortunate.
thing is like weird, but it's like but no shame though.
Yeah, yeah, I with I'm not as familiar with the flamenking. I've heard about it. I heard of it,
Yeah.
but I think when you're talking about the pack mentality or the group mentality um uh of the average Indian man, I think what's happening in their brains that's not quite like us,
Hmm.
our brains,
Yeah.
is they I think I think what they're thinking is kind of like a buckshot method, where it's like I'm gonna shoot out as much as I can, um, and they're always looking for bobs. They're always looking for bobs. They're always looking for vagine, and sometimes the more people that the more of them that there are, the
Mhm.
better their chances are of reproducing. And
Oh, true.
I think one of the biggest things for like the Indian men is that the reproduction rate is so low, because the I don't know, have you seen their mating dance?
Hold up, you're telling me the Indians have a mating dance?
Yeah. Specifically the younger, like when they finally get to like age.
Yeah.
The age
Yeah.
where they start like wearing the button-up shirts and the flippy hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what they do is
That's actually
they'll
my favorite is when they get to that point.
that's my
Yeah, yeah,
favorite age.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah. Uh, what happens is in India. I was looking this up. I was actually I know an Indian, and he was telling me like this is actually true, is what he said. And so um uh so there's bays in India that are like, where they throw the garbage.
Hmm.
That's where like the families will go to like the beach,
Yeah.
and like families is the whole family. So like the young Indian women that are the same
Yeah.
age as
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
men, they're sitting there, and the mating dance that they do is they'll go up, they'll have someone film it. It's a must. It has to be filmed, or it won't work.
Hmm.
They go up to the ledge, they bend down. Here, I'll make it. They'll bend down like this, and what they'll do is they'll jump and kick their legs out like that, and then before they fall, they land back, and then every time they look at the camera like this. Every time when they're done, they go,
No way.
and the girls, they go crazy for it, man. That's what they have to do. But the reason that they're doing that is because they're in the pack, and
In
so
the
it takes
pack?
it takes the pack. Yeah,
Mm.
it takes like a it takes like a the peer pressure to be able to do it. Like they don't have a lot of they have a low confidence, but it takes from them being around all their other friends to get that really
Sure, sure.
really absurd high confidence. To
Okay,
see
so it's sort
Bobby
of
in the paint.
like there's like a group buff skill that one of them has equipped,
100%,
and so it totally just buffs the entire group.
100%. Yeah,
Cool, cool.
yeah,
Damn,
yeah.
that's no, that's fucking tight.
It's pretty cool, dude.
I had no idea. Well, then that
Yeah,
makes a lot of sense. Okay, so I
yeah.
think so if we've learned anything, it's that the group, the Indian group of men, there's a
Mhm,
reason they do it.
mhm.
It's just not a coincidence.
Yeah.
Everyone thought I was fucking out of my
No,
mind for suggesting this.
no, no, not at all.
So it's a very natural group mentality, pack mentality, and they do
Yeah,
it, and it builds camaraderie and brotherhood
uh-huh.
and confidence and charm. Something
Yeah.
that's severely missing in Western culture.
I think you're so right, dude.
What I think, and hear me out, kind of a big concept. I think we need to
Yeah.
bring more of them over to the West and help teach our next
I
generation.
I think that would be a great idea, actually. If we go with like big boats, and we go, hey, we have really good lives for you over here, and then we get them here and we force them to teach our young how to talk to women. And I think that's the best bet. Of course we'll pay them and everything, but it's
Well,
like,
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah,
we
no,
have
I
to.
mean,
It's not
there's
slavery. It's
no, there's
definitely not slavery.
no, there's laws, and you
Yeah,
have to uphold the law.
100%.
This is great because
Yeah,
this these young people, they don't have the riz,
no,
and they need the riz in order to keep producing, and so we can keep existing as a species.
they need the riz.
So
And the Indian men, they have the riz.
they have the riz. Well, anything else you want to add to that?
I don't think so.
Cool.
I think that's enough for Zippo YOLO. So
Cool. All right. Well, until next time, guys.